Hi friends, today I'm going to share with you secret NCERT chapters from where history questions are coming in UPSC Prelims examination year after year. Guys, in the last couple of years, you will analyze the number of questions coming from history, particularly art and culture, ancient and medieval India is quite substantial. You know, one of the major reason why most aspirants are struggling to crack prelims examination is history. History is becoming most dreaded, most feared subject in the prelims examination because aspirants think that history is unpredictable. There are too many sources for history, but today I'm going to show you that if you aim for 60 to 70% questions in history, then you have to focus on some important chapters which are getting repeated every year. You will be shocked to know, guys, in 2026 prelims examination, just from one chapter of NCERT, two questions came, and that two direct questions. Okay, let me show you this question, guys, which came in the prelims 2026. You can see, what does an empty seat in the early Buddhist iconography represent? You can see this directly taken from the NCERT themes in Indian history. You can see here that the empty seat was meant to indicate meditation of Buddha. Exact word to word same question. Guys, nowadays we have so many resources. Okay, we and the coaching institutes, they come out with their crux notes and all that, and aspirants are not focusing on the real sources from where question setters are framing questions. And not only this, guys, this question was directly, okay, asked in one of the PYQs. You can see NDA 2022. You can see this exactly the same question was asked in the prelims examination before. So therefore, what I would like to tell you is that rather than running after more and more coaching material, rather than running after more and more strategies, more and more mentors, what you need to do is that you need to master three things. Okay, you need to master, first of all, the basic books, the NCERTs. And in NCERTs also, guys, you need not read each and every chapter of the NCERT. You need to focus on those chapters which are getting repeated in the prelims examination. Also, what you can do is that you can go through the PYQs of exams conducted by UPSC, not only the civil services examination, but also the NDA, CAPF, CDS, because what I'm observing in the last couple of years, many questions are directly coming from these examinations. Word to word same questions are coming from these examinations. So if you do the analysis of these exams and you trace the sources, okay, you trace the sources, guys, one of the beauty of history is what? It is static. It is static. History is static. And if you solve n number of PYQs which are conducted by the UPSC, and if you trace them to the NCERT chapters, you will see most of the questions in history in the coming years will also come from those chapters only. So today I'm going to show you one chapter from where repeatedly questions are coming. So you can see here, you can see this another question, Amravati Stupa. You can see this Amravati Stupa, again directly from the same chapter, themes in Indian history. You can see here, discovering Stupa, the fate of Amravati and Sachi. You can see this statement. Okay, in India it was the only stupa, okay, only next to Sachi Stupa inside. You can see here, it's clearly written here. You can see here that structure at Amravati was the largest. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so you can see these two statements are contradictory in nature. These two statements are contradictory in nature. So if you eliminate statement 2, you can come close to the answer. You can come close to the answer. My point, what I would like to make here is that UPSC is focusing on some important chapters. If you see, suppose there are, okay, there are how many books? Okay, 6 NCERT, then we have 7 NCERT, then we have 8 NCERT, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out of all these NCERTs, there are some like some textbooks, okay, which are focused more by the question setters. There are some chapters within that textbooks which are focused more by the question setters. You need to find out those chapters, and you have to read those chapters with minute details. Guys, what I am doing is that I am tracing all the PYQs of last 25 years, not just the UPSC CSE, but also exams conducted by UPSC like CDS, NDA, CAPF examination, and I'm tracing them to the NCERT sources. And then for every chapter, I'm preparing the topic list, which are the important topic list, so that when you read that chapter, you have to Okay, take note of that fact. For example, when someone was reading this chapter, he should have taken this note that here they have mentioned about that Amravati stupa was the largest stupa. Okay, so such kind of words, okay, largest, smallest, okay, these kinds of words are very popular in prelims examination among the question setters. Okay, so let me show you another question which came just 2 years back. Okay, just 2 years back, again from the same chapter. You'll be surprised to know. You can see here with reference to ancient India, consider the following statement: the concept of stupa is Buddhist in origin. And you can see same chapter, themes in Indian history, same chapters 5 where the stupa builds. You can see here the tradition of erecting stupas may have been pre-Buddhist. You can see here exactly word to word the same question are picked from the NCERT same chapter. You can see in the last couple of years, same chapter questions are repeated year after year, year after year. Still, you will see that this year, I can guarantee you 99% of the aspirants who attempted the prelims 2026, they would have not solved the two questions which came from this chapter. Why? Because these people, they are just solving the PYQs. They are not analyzing the PYQs. They are not source tracing the PYQs. Guys, you have to source trace the PYQ. Guys, this is very very important. And not only that, just I'll show you something more interesting. You can see this is a question which came in the mains examination 2016. You can see mains examination 2016, exactly again this question was taken from same NCERT chapter, which is the new NCERT themes in Indian history. You can see multiple questions year after year, year after year. You can see 2016, and again in 2026 there were two questions from the same chapter. You can see here. So this means what? That UPSC has some favorite themes. UPSC has some topics which it really likes. Okay, these are called repeated themes. These are called repeated themes. Okay, repeated themes or topics. Okay, and it has some favorite sources from where it is preparing the question. Once you master the source, you will be easily clearing the prelims examination. Okay guys, one more thing I would like to tell you guys why it is important to master the sources from where questions are getting framed. Okay, I'll give you one example. Okay, there are many aspirants. Okay, they are doing current affairs from monthly magazines, they are doing current affairs from yearly magazines, they are ignoring newspapers, they are ignoring PIB. Okay, so what happens that the questions, when they see inside the exam hall, okay, when they go to exam hall, when they see the question, they see that the current affairs questions which are coming in the exam, okay, those current affairs are not covered in monthly magazines or yearly compilations, and all their hard work goes down the drain. Remember guys, if you are doing that what 99% aspirants are doing, your fate will be similar to the 99 aspirants, which is you will fail in the prelims examination. If you want to be in the top 1%, if you want to be the top 1%, guys, you have to behave differently. You can't just do what others are doing and expect to be in the top 1%. To be in the top 1%, you have to be willing to take that extra mile, take that extra effort. And that extra effort is that you have to read current affairs daily. You have to read PIB. You cannot just, okay, year end, you will just do some PIB PDFs will come and you can just rely on them. No, you can't do that, because now UPSC chairman has specifically told that one of the important sources for questions is the PIB. And suppose you are not reading the PIB, then you are wasting your attempt. Simply you are wasting your attempt, because next year again you will not be able to solve many questions that are coming from the current affairs. That's why I say guys, source tracing is very very important. And now the UPSC has themselves said that for current affairs we are following PIB. So I would like to tell you that in my prelims mentorship I'm covering PIB weekly. Weekly I'm giving you 20 most important MCQs along with a crux compilation of the PIB. Just okay, you don't need to read daily. Okay, some people they are doing okay daily PIB. Okay, daily PIB is not important. Why? Let me tell you again. Okay, so blindly what people are doing, people are okay spending every day 1 hour or 2 hour on PIB, and they're watching some YouTube videos daily PIB. But let me tell you, you don't need to do that. Why? Because guys, if you see, PIB is what? PIB is also current affairs. Most of the PIB information is repeated in next day's newspaper. See, because newspaper is prepared from where? okay, from the government, okay, whatever releases schemes and all that. So most of the PIB information will be reported in the newspaper. So if you are reading newspaper properly, automatically 50% of the PIB you will read. But there are many information in the PIB which is not reported in the newspaper. Only those information you need to filter from the PYQ lens. Once you filter from the PYQ lens, then you need to read maximum 20 to 25 topics entire week. Okay, maximum 20 to 25 pages entire week. Okay, that is what you have to do, and that I'm giving every weekend, every Sunday I'm giving you along with a quiz, along with a quiz. So this is the best approach of PIB. You read newspapers daily, you read current affairs daily, don't read PIB daily, and on weekends you sit and you see what extra information has come on the PIB which was not covered in the newspaper, and just focus on those topics. Okay, and that too, select those topics from the PYQ dimension. If you can't do yourself, don't worry, I'm doing it for you. I'm selecting important topics, approximately 20 topics I'm selecting every week, and I'm giving you 20 questions along with 20 topic notes. Make use of this. You can connect with my team through this number. Okay, now one more thing guys, just I showed you that the question which came in the prelims 2026 was directly taken from the NDA examination. So I would like to request every one of you, kindly go through my PYQ lectures. Please go through my PYQ lectures. This will be really useful to you. It will boost your confidence. It will boost your confidence. Also guys, I'll be conducting some quizzes in my Telegram channel. So if you're not part of my Telegram channel, do join from 15th of this month. Okay, I'll be starting some daily quiz which is based on PYQ. Okay, so don't miss that. Okay, one more thing I would like to tell you is that if you want to get access to the PIB notes, to PIB quiz, and if you want to get access of daily current affairs quiz, okay, which is really very essential for your prelim success next year, join my prelims mentorship, which is Lakshya 2027. In this I'm giving you daily targets, I'm giving you daily current affairs notes, daily current affairs quiz, weekly targets, weekly quiz. Then I'm giving you access to my PYQ mastery classes. This is really very useful, very useful. You need not join separately PYQ classes, you will get inside this program only. Okay, other than that, you have little bit of CSAT mentoring, you have, okay, some high quality 10 mocks at the end, okay, before the examination, full length test like the UPSC pattern, and you have some crux notes at the end of the year before the examination. Okay, this is what is required. I hope you like the session. Please do consider sharing this lecture with your friends who are preparing for prelims 2027. Thank you guys, God bless you, bye bye. And also do hype the video if you like.